So, in this video, I'm going to tell a real experience that's 100% true. Now, I've had some near death experiences, and I've had some really trippy experiences where I broke onto the other side. So, during my near death experiences, I got to meet God. I got to see how I hurt somebody else through their own eyes, and when I broke to the other side, God sent me. Somehow, I hope that kid's not dead. I mean, do I only get to do that if the guy is dead? Anyways, he sent me back to like 10 years old to see. I was in somebody else's body and they were looking at 10-year-old me. It was like you get to reenact a whole situation inside the other person. It's crazy, and you can't know this stuff. You can't have this view of it. It's crazy that you're able to have a view like this of the situation and so clearly. Anyways, so that's some of the trips, and they're always safe trips, guided. They're always, I don't abuse drugs like Jimmy Morrison. Jimmy Morrison died because he was taking spiritual drugs like LSD and mushrooms, breaking onto the other side, not knowing what it meant, mixing it with heroin. He broke through permanently. Now, I was tripping, I want to say it was mushrooms 2021. It could have been salvia and 4-cough pills. Anyways, I was tripping. And I broke on through the other side. But this is the funny part. God has a hell of a sense of humor when you meet him. Oh yeah. Like that. My throat was fine and I wasn't coughing at all. Oh yeah, he has a hell of a sense of humor, I'm telling you right now. He sure does. And here's the one that he did to me. Oh, he got me good on this one. So I trip. I break onto the other side. I go through a black void. And the ball of light, this is the second time. I've only seen the ball of light twice. It talks to you through your head, and it's like a light at the end of the tunnel type deal. But in this one, I wanted the meaning of life. I wanted to know the meaning. And he said this through my head. I said, I was thinking, I want to know the meaning of life. God sent a message through my head and said, you really want to know the meaning of life? I said, yes. So he told me, and it baffled me. It awakened me. I had this epiphany. And I know I had it. And then all of a sudden he goes, ha ha. And a middle finger comes out of this glowing ball out of nowhere. Just, and I'm like, what? I get sent back to my body. That's what it was. DMT. It was one of the only times I've ever tried DMT when it was actually DMT. Anyways, that was with Chris. I only tried DMT twice. One guy ripped me off, and it was like pot. One guy gave it to me. He owed me a can's worth, and I never got it. And I just kind of like left and came back. But I got to learn the meaning of, well, maybe this was the one time I did ketamine. Yeah, because I never got the DMT from that hit. Maybe it might have been the ketamine, and I somehow fell into a K-hole. I've only done ketamine once in my life, though, and it wasn't even like something I was kind of like wanting to do. But I fell into this trippy world, and then God came to me. And the funny part about it is, then when I came back, God sent me a message telling me that He has removed the meaning of life, the memory, the part where I get to remember what the meaning of life is has been removed, but I get to remember that I know the meaning of life forever. That God will be happy to tell us the meaning of life. We get to know it, but we don't get to remember it. So we get to know that we knew it, and we don't ever get to remember it, no matter how many times that we're told what the meaning of life is. And that is his sense of humor. I'm not even kidding. You might not believe me. You might think this was just a sleepy time dream, and you can interpret these as lucid dreams if you want. I'm unconscious for some of them, tripping in the middle of the woods with nothing around me but woods. Just in the middle of the woods, I trip. That's where I trip. I like to trip in the middle of the woods. And it's only like a once a year thing. Very spiritual for me. Anyways, so yeah. So that was a very short experience. I broke through, had out of body experience, went into this other realm. Glowing light told me the meaning of life. I was told that I'm not allowed to remember the meaning of life, but I'm allowed to